Hey, I'm back again, and let me admit first that getting to this point has not been easy. I've been delaying this because of the number of tasks involved, because I have to gather the content, I have to keep all my gadgets ready, I have to get ready for this, and then editing, shooting, and in the different order, and then uploading. So it was a huge task, and I was delaying it. But then I was not ready to call myself lazy because I knew I was not lazy. So I decided to do a surface level research on what's really happening and what is the impact of it. And it definitely doesn't feel good to push your work to the next day. But then there was something. And I definitely arrived to the word called or world of procrastination. And there are a few facts that I've written and kept, which I thought would be helpful if I share and consolidate and give you a few little insights on it. Because being aware of something is the first step on beating it or getting past it. So, first thing that I learned about procrastination is it has got nothing to do with self-control. Now, that was a relief because I was not at all ready to accept that I was lazy or a person with less control. Then comes the derivation of the word procrastination. So it's derived from a Latin word which means to put off something until tomorrow. That we can definitely resonate to it. And it's also coming from an ancient Greek word which means like doing something against our better judgment. Now I understood why I was feeling rotten after delaying my work, because there are certain tasks you delay or you keep it till the next day, but you don't feel happy about it. The next day you feel very burdened, you feel very disappointed about yourself who was yesterday. So this word itself is derived from the fact that you're not going to be happy the next day. And the self-awareness is key to understanding why procrastination causes you a lot of disappointment. There are certain costs involved in procrastinating, and I've divided it into some category like emotional cost and other cost. So emotional cost are, there is stress involved in it. There's a lot of disappointment in it. And I've also learned that there is something called chronic procrastination. That's when somebody is into this loop of procrastination, you cannot get out of it. And even anxiety can creep in because of this. So there are other costs also, because if you are into academics or you're dealing something in work, you know how the drill is. The missed targets, the missed deadlines, then there is rush of work, there is low self-esteem, then the poor quality of work, and you have compromised your own quality and the result was not the best that you could have done. So that is some financial or economic cost that is involved in, or you can term it as other cost that is involved in procrastination. Then comes the method of procrastination. Now, this is an interesting one because how do we procrastinate? We procrastinate by scrolling through social medias. I do that. Then streaming for hours. Netflix is such a happy place. Then there is gaming. I don't do that. And there is sleeping. Have you noticed when you have a lot of work, which is especially important, you find your bed the coziest ever? And that's all procrastination. That's not you. But the interesting fact is that this is not why we procrastinate. It's not because your bed is cozy or the Netflix has great shows that you procrastinate your task. It is how we procrastinate our task, because procrastination is there in you. You are finding ways. So if you have a younger brother or sister who doesn't do their homework and goes for games, depriving them of those games doesn't make them less procrastinate on their task, because that is just how they do it. Maybe next time they'll find another way of sleeping in early or something else to substitute the games. So that's the interesting part. It is how we procrastinate and not why we procrastinate. And why do we all do all this? Like, what is that thing that makes all of us procrastinate a lot of tasks? It is because of that instant gratification. So there is this feeling of immediate relief is there. If you put off something till tomorrow, today at this point, I feel relief. I feel relieved of a huge task. And then what are the difficult feelings that we want to escape from? It could be boredom. It could be, rejection, fear of rejection. It could be disapproval. It could be avoidance of failure. Because what if this video is not good enough? What if people cannot relate to this video? And that one fact, that one fear in me can keep me from that can keep me from delaying the shoot of this video. This is just an example. You can put it into your own perspectives when you don't make any videos. You know what you're delaying. You know your studies. You know your task better. Then another thing that I found very interesting is there are 3 types of procrastinators. People who procrastinate can be divided into 3 categories. So one is worrier. Worrier is worried about so much to do. They are overwhelmed by that, and there is lack of confidence. So the challenge for the worrier category is to take up risk and focus on the learning rather than their end result. Second category of procrastinators are dreamers. So dreamers have a lot of good intentions. They have, all that want to achieve, but then there is boredom, frustration. And the challenge to them is to tolerate that difficult feeling and to stop making excuses. Makes sense. Then the third type of procrastinators are the perfectionists. So these kind of people are overwhelmed by unachievable targets and then they want perfection in it. And for them, a challenge is to find a middle ground and aim for excellence rather than perfection. So if you ask me, where do I identify myself in all of these? As definitely as a dreamer and as a perfectionist. But I have decided to find my middle point. So instead of having all of my content inside my head, I decided to make it a chit of paper. And then I can reduce the stress of wanting to remember the sequence and all of that. So I've decided I do not want that perfect camera right now. I do not want that perfect background and everything, but I'll just go for my video this time. So this is how I'm beating my procrastination today. And I hope this helps you and keeps you aware of what is really happening with you and you can take action. So this is me winding up today. I am C.A. Nabila Banu, a chartered accountant who is passionate about and who really, really, really loves reading, writing and speaking. So until I come next time with some interesting topics, stories, experiences, some beautiful insights on business, economy, education, chartered accountancy, and most of you hook on. And we'll meet again. Bye-bye.